All rise. We will obey. The International Criminal Court is now in session. L'Audiència del Court Penal International, 8th of word. Please be seated. Veuillez vous asseoir.
Thank you very much. Court officer, please, the case.
Good morning. Situation in the Republic of Kenya in the case of the prosecutor versus William Samuel Ruto and Joshua Arap Sang. Case number ICC 0109-0111, and for the record, we are in open session.
Thank you. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honours. Appearances for the prosecution are the same as before.
Good morning, Your Honours. The same. Thank you.
Mr. Aoun.
Good morning, Your Honour. The same also. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honours. Mr. Sang is present and his team remains the same.
Good morning, Mr. President, Your Honours. For the Ruto team, we remain the same.
Witness, welcome back. Ms. Kentra will continue her examination, cross-examination of you. But before we do that, can we go to private session briefly for some very quick housekeeping matters?
We are in open session, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Sir, I'm still talking to you now about the 9th of July, 2013. Are you aware, sir, that before the OTP met you on that day, they received information from the VWU concerning an SMS that you had sent the VWU? Do you recall that?
I don't recall.
Your Honor, I'm looking at tab 77 of the defense bundle. And for the court officer, that is Ken OTP 0116 0495, and it's confidential, please.
Your Honour, excuse me, I don't have this document. I don't have the screen here. It doesn't work. So, yeah. Thanks.
For the record, Mr. President, that is the redacted version number 2 is being broadcasted only inside the courtroom and not outside.
Your Honours, on this point, I'm sorry to interrupt my learned friend, but this document, as was one yesterday, is an investigator's report of the prosecution. It contains details which really shouldn't be shown to the witness, such as witness codes of other witnesses. It's an internal document, and my suggestion, Your Honours, is that the propositions should be put to the witness, but not the actual document.
All right.
Your Honor, I have no difficulty with that myself.
Yes, why don't we do that?
So, Mr. Witness, let me read to you.
Sorry, Your Honours, I see it's still on the screen, so I'm not sure if the witness has access to that screen.
Yeah, I can see it. It's here.
So my suggestion is for my learned friend should be taken off, my learned friend should read it out, and then both counsel and the witness will be able to hear.
Yes, let's take it off the screen, indeed.
It is off the screen now, I believe, Your Honor. Is it off the screen, Mr. Witness?
Yes, it's off.
Okay, so on the 9th of July, before the investigators met you, they received information that you had sent the VW an SMS saying, "This W, I wanted to inform you that I was followed by 2 Apple at night around 10:30 when I was from supermarket and they attacked me. Though I was not harmed, they took 2,000 from me and my 3 phones. Please inform," I won't mention that name, "to get me on this number." Do you recall sending that SMS to the VW?
Yes.
And I've just quoted your SMS for the record. So do you recall that when you met with the OTP that morning, they questioned you about this SMS? Do you recall that?
Yes, I explained.
And this is the explanation you provided, and I will read it. Your Honor, it's still on the same page. When the investigators met you at 12:30 p.m., he confirmed what was said in his SMS. He said that the night before, he was going a supermarket called Dash, not far from his house. He saw 3 individuals who were walking in the same direction as him, and he was behind them. When he reached their level and wanted to pass them, they said Dash to him, which Dash means stand here. Then
Stand there.
stand there. Thank you, Honor. Then the 3 individuals came to him. They started asking him several questions without giving him the opportunity to answer. Who are you? Where are you going? Then they ordered him to put his hands up. One of them searched him, and he took his 3 phones that he had in his pocket, plus Dash. After taking the money and the phones, they let him go. They did not harm him. At the beginning, he thought they were policemen, but in fact, they were not. They did not police uniform. You are not sure that they are Dash because of the accent of their English. Do you recall, sir, that was the explanation you gave to the OTP when they questioned you?
Yes.
One correction, Your Honor. The last thing is you are the witness was sure, not the witness was not sure.
Indeed.
And then you told... Sorry, sir, your answer is not on the record. You agree that's what you explained to the prosecution? So do you agree that was what you told them?
Yes, most of the words you read is correct.
And then you told the prosecution that your 3 phones were lost.
Yes.
And 2 of the phones had Dash SIM card and 1 had Dash SIM card. Yes?
Yes.
So the 2,000 shillings that was taken from you, which you told the prosecution, was that the 2,000 they had given you that day when this incident happened?
Was money for my shopping.
You were going to use it for your shopping, but was the money that you were going to use the money that the OTP gave you?
Frame your question, please.
The question is whether the 2,000 shillings was given to you by the OTP.
All the money I had at that time, either for shopping or airtime, all the money came from the OTP.
Thank you. So, the truth is that such an incident did not happen. Am I correct?
You are very wrong.
And in fact, sir, on that very day, the VWU of the ICC, they paid you a surprise visit, didn't they? And they caught you red-handed. That happened, didn't it?
Red-handed?
Indeed, you need to complete the question in what regard?
The VWU, Mr. Witness, paid you a surprise visit, and they discovered there were no phones that were taken from you. Isn't that correct?
Not correct.
Your Honor, if I can turn to tab 78, please, of the defense bundle.
That's another investigator's report, OTP document.
Indeed, Your Honor, and I will read the matters that I want to address with the witness. And for the record, Your Honor, I'm reading from Ken OTP 0116 0497.
The reason why we did not show the witness and due to counsel the last investigator's report from which you read, Ms. Kentra, was because Mr. Steinberg was concerned that the document also concerned other witnesses. But, Mr. Steinberg, do we have the same difficulty with this particular report?
Your Honor, this report only appears to have the witness's own code in it, so from that perspective, not. But again, it's an internal report which is not completed or confirmed by this witness. So the way we've dealt with it in the past is that the proposition have been put to the witness, not the document.
Indeed, but for better view of the matter, it's always better to have someone looking at a text, even though somebody else, a voice-over, is reading the text over to them.
I'm in the court's hands, Your Honor.
Yes, if there is no sensitivity or concern, we can put this up on the screen. Is that okay with you, Ms. Alexandra?
I'm fine.
We are in open session, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Sir, this story about your phones and money being stolen from you, did you think it had any other benefit?
I was obliged to inform the VWU on any occurrences when it happens, no matter how small or big it was.
But there was nothing done about any 3 phones that were allegedly stolen from you, was there? There was no report, nothing. Am I correct?
That question, I think, is not mine, Your Honor. It is, I don't know whether there were reports after that, but I had done my part by informing the VWU.
So we haven't received any report, so I would assume there was no report made because there were no phones stolen.
Sorry, can my learned friend just clarify what report she's talking about? Because the investigator's report that she referred to earlier is in my books a report.
Police report? Did you make a police report, sir?
I could not do anything that will identify me at that location.
And sir, were you also thinking that you would ask for compensation for the 3 phones and the 2,000 shillings? Were you thinking of asking for that?
Not. I just informed what had happened.
And were you also going to use it to create the impression that you were in danger, even in this protected location in Africa, and use it to get permanent relocation to Europe or America or any other country of your choice? Is that what you were doing?
No.
Sir, have you ever told the OTP that in order for you to testify, you wanted permanent relocation and an improved life? Have you ever told them that?
Several occasions I've said I will not be safe to be in risk areas as I testify.
So you've never asked them for permanent relocation and an improved life? Have you ever asked them for that, specifically?
No, it has never been in my intention to use this case to improve my life or so.
Your Honor, if I can refer you to tab 79.
Era number for better identification of the document on the record.
Yes, Your Honor. It's KenOTP 0138 0017, and I'm looking at 0022. I think this can be put on the screen if my learned friend has no objections.
And that is an investigator's report
Indeed, Your Honor.
from the OTP. What paragraph are you interested in?
I'm looking at page 0022, Your Honor, and I'm interested in the 3rd paragraph of what's happening on 6th of June of this year.
The large paragraph.
Indeed, Your Honor.
Mr. Steinberg, it seems to me that it should be safe to put up this on the screen inside the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. The document would be uploaded onto the screen for courtroom viewing only.
Sir, I'm looking specifically
We are in open session, Mr. President.
Thank you. Ms. Alexandra, please.
So, in the 2005 referendum, which side were you supporting? Banana or orange?
None.
And the 2005 referendum, it was between the yes and the no campaigns, yes?
Yes.
And the banana symbol, it was given to the Kibaki side by Mr. Samuel Kivitu, yes?
Yes, I know it was banana.
It was given by Samuel Kivitu. Do you know that?
I don't know.
So are you able to tell the court who were some of the prominent leaders of the no campaign? So you can answer that question without looking at the list. I don't think you'll find the answer in the list.
Can you hold that question? What do you mean, counsel, when you, with a proposition that the banana symbol was given by Samuel Kivitu? Perhaps that might assist the witness and me, if indeed, to understand what was meant.
What I meant, Your Honours and Mr. Witness, is it was Mr. Samuel Kivitu that decided the symbol for the Yes campaign would be a banana. Is that correct?
I hesitate to answer the question because, according to my understanding, I think that the group of Mr. Kibaki will give different, will choose for their own on different symbols and forward for and also the other group, and later on a decision is given. So the person who is initiating that this is banana and this is orange is not the person, the later person, but the group actually from the beginning. I think they should have given their opinion before it is eventually given a go-ahead to use that symbol in the in elections. That was why I thought maybe the initial person who gave that symbol should be a group of persons of that party, of that who are in a certain party, and then it is forwarded to the Electoral Commission for further decisions. So I'm not quite very sure. That's why I said I don't know.
So it's quite widely known that there was an incident where a radio presenter, he protested to the chairman, Samuel Kivitu, about his choice of banana as one of the referendum's symbols. Do you recall that incident? Did you read it in the news?
I don't remember.
And maybe this may help you remember. And Mr. Kivitu's response to him is that if he thought the banana symbol would infringe on his intellectual property rights because he had written a song about bananas, then what this person should do is then write a song about oranges. Remember that story?
No, not unless I have the paper to see, but I don't remember. I don't remember that. I didn't take it important on my side.
So, sir, can you now tell the court who were some of the prominent leaders of the No campaign in 2005?
I know in Rift Valley we had William Ruto. We had also in other parts we had Raila Odinga and other three who formed a group which they called Pentagon, and that is my understanding of that team.
So the Pentagon came now much later. I'm talking about 2005.
Do you think you can put the propositions to him by way of leading questions so he doesn't, unless you want to proceed this way, so he doesn't keep searching for it?
Indeed. Also, Your Honor, the witness's knowledge on matters is something which is relevant to the defense. On how much
that's why I said unless you're proceeding in that way for a specific reason. But when you can just give him the direct, close question on the matter, it might move things faster.
So is there any other prominent leader that you recall that was part of the Orange campaign? If you don't, just say you don't remember and I will take it from there.
I remember the two.
So do you recall that Uhuru Kenyatta was part of the No campaign?
Yes, I remember he dropped after some time from that team.
So he was part of the No campaign? Yes?
I'm not quite sure.
What about Bishop Margaret Wanjiru? She's a Kikuyu. She was part of the No campaign, wasn't she?
I don't know.
And Mr. Najib Balala from the coast. He was part of the No campaign, wasn't he?
I'm not certain, but I know there were leaders also from Coast.
Mr. Joe Nyaga from Central Province, he was part of the No campaign, wasn't he?
I think.
Mr. Mudavadi, he was part of the No campaign.
I'm not sure.
Mr. Charles Jonjo, your former Attorney General and Minister of Justice, the Kikuyu, he was part of the No campaign, wasn't he?
I'm not sure.
Kalonzo Musyoka, Kamba, he was part of the No campaign.
Not sure.
What about
Watch the spellings from line 5, 9, and so on.
Mr. Charles Jonjo? Jonjo is Njonjo. And Kalonzo Musyoka, Kalonzo Musyoka. And what about Mumbigaru, a Kikuyu, first female mayor of Thika town? I'm sure you recall she was part of the No campaign.
I'm not sure.
Mumbigaru is Mumbi, Garu Ngaru. So what about the Mungiki group? Have you heard of them?
Yes, I've heard of Mungiki.
And you've heard of their leader Maina Jenga?
Yes, I've heard of Maina Jenga.
And you agree that perhaps we have information from the prosecution, sir, that the group exceeded more than 500,000 members. Would you agree with that?
I don't know about their membership.
How large a group were they?
I don't know.
And we have been provided with information from the prosecution. And for your honours, the basis of my proposition is at tab 1. That the Mungiki leader Maina Jenga and his youths were supporting the No campaign in the 2005 referendum. Would you agree with that?
I don't know.
So will you agree with me that the 2005 referendum was not about Kikuyus versus Kalenjins? Do you agree?
I agree it was not about the Kalenjin and Kikuyu, but about the constitution.
And sir, you told the court that you attended an ODM rally in the Eldoret 64 Stadium in 2007. Now, I'm sure you would have either attended or at least heard about the No rally at the Eldoret 64 Stadium in 2005. Did you?
Repeat your question, please.
you attended an ODM rally in Eldoret 64 Stadium in 2007. Yes? That's what you say.
Yes.
And I'm sure you would have either attended or you would have heard about the No campaign rally in that same Eldoret 64 Stadium that took place in 2005. Did you?
No.
So I'm going to play you a video.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt, Your Honours, but now there were multiple propositions put to the witness in that last question. We haven't answered no. I don't know whether the answer is did he not attend it, did he not know about it. So I've noticed that on several occasions there have been compound questions put to the witnesses, and I think this is an occasion where the record is unclear as to his answer.
I'll take the guidance from my learned senior. Mr. Witness, let me try this again. Did you attend any No rally at the Eldoret 64 Stadium in 2005?
I don't remember. What I recall is a rally that I gave and spoke about in this court.
I mean, a rally you gave evidence of in this court?
Yes.
Thank you.
And that was a rally you told the court took place in 2007 at the Eldoret 64 Stadium. Yes?
Yes.
I missed. And again, Judge, I don't like to correct the record, but oftentimes I feel I must. When I did not say the rally you gave evidence of, I meant I said a rally you gave evidence of, just to make sure we understood what the witness meant when he said, I gave, and then he continued to say something else. Let's not dwell on that. Please proceed.
Now that's 2007. I'm now talking about 2005, sir. During the referendum campaigns, did you attend a No rally at that same stadium in 2005?
I don't remember.
Perhaps let me play you a video and see if that helps you remember. Your Honours, for the record, we'll be playing the video Ken D09 0042 0553, and the transcript, Your Honour, is at tab 3 of the defence bundle, and that is Ken D09 0042 0554. So, do you agree with me that is Eldred heading towards the stadium?
Can I see it again?
I'll keep. I've stopped at timestamp 01.02. So, do you recognize the place?
No, I've just seen many trees that didn't recognize.
Okay. So, what do you see there? Carrying off branches and trees like this. What does it symbolize in Kenya? For our understanding.
Peaceful demonstration.
And I'm going to go now to timestamp 4 minutes and 23.
Sorry, Your Honor, before we go on, can the counsel please clarify line number 4? That's not what I heard the witness say.
What I heard the witness say is that it's for peaceful demonstration.
Yes.
The word peaceful is missing from the record.
I thank my learned friend. And I've stopped the video at 4 minutes and 42. So you confirm what you just saw was Mr. William Ruto. He was followed by Mr. Raila Odinga and then Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta. Correct?
Yes, I've seen Uhuru Kenyatta.
And you saw Mr. Raila Odinga?
I didn't.
Can we play it again? Who is that, sir?
Even though he's looking at the other side, I think this is William Ruto.
Is at timestamp 04.26. And this person in the yellow, sir. Can you see him?
Raila Odinga.
I'm now going to move to timestamp 6 minutes and 50. Sir, do you recognize this location?
No.
And for the record, we've stopped the video at 07.28 minutes. Sir, you will confirm what you saw there was Mr. Ruto, Mr. Odinga, and Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta arriving at a stadium which you don't know the name of. Yes?
I've seen the three on that demonstration.
And you confirm you saw the crowds cheering and welcoming Mr. Kenyatta. Yes?
Yes, I've seen a crowd cheering.
Ms. Salakendra, so that the record is clear, for those who may not be looking at the video at the same time as reading the transcript later, your suggestion is not, or is it, that the three men you mentioned have been seen together in one shot, in one screenshot, as it were, in the video so far?
No, Your Honor, to be clear, they've been entering one at a time into the location. And can I just clarify something?
I beg your pardon, Your Honour. Also, for the record, my learned friend has put the proposition to them that the video has shown these three individuals arriving at a stadium. It's at least not clear to me that this is in fact a stadium. I see a large crowd, I see a wall. It may well be a stadium, but I can't see from what I've seen.
Unless that is something you want to particularly pursue, we can know that for the record and move on and leave the rest to the argument. But if you want to pursue it, because it's important to you, please proceed.
I will leave it at that, Your Honor. I won't pursue that point. And can I just clarify something? Whether the witness is looking at the right screen when the video is being shown. So are you looking at this screen or on...
This one is empty. I'm looking at this one, my honor.
Is that where he should be looking?
The video.
So do you want to take a few seconds to look at the location? Do you recognize it?
I don't recognize it. I only see trees, many people. It's not written on the walls, that, so I can't confirm where this one is. Not unless I hear people talk and say, welcome to this place or something like that. But just blank like this, I can't confirm where this one is.
We'll now go to timestamp 9 minutes and 55, please.
Kibaya tajitembeza. Kama katiba hii ni nzuri, mnada hii inayoongozwa na Mheshimiwa Rais akisaidiwa na Bwana Kiraitu Murungi, na pesa hizi zote zinatembezwa kwa masoko, ni ya kitu gani?
Your Honor, just to assist the chamber, I'm in fact at page 0559. And it starts from line 121, Your Honor. Can I ask that a copy of the transcript also be given to the witness so he can follow it?
Your Honor, please, to me also.
Sir, please listen to Mr. Ruto's speech, and you can also look at the transcript, and I'll be asking you some questions about it. But you can occasionally also look between the screen and the transcript, please.
Tuza kibaya tajitembeza. Kama katiba hii ni nzuri, mnada hii inayoongozwa na Mheshimiwa Rais akisaidiwa na Bwana Kiraitu Murungi, na pesa hizi zote zinatembezwa kwa masoko, ni ya kitu gani? Kama katiba ni nzuri, si katiba hii iko kasoro? Ndio inafanyiwa nini? Ndio inatembezwa. Jambo lingine, kuna baadhi ya viongozi wazembe ambao wanatuambia ya kwamba mstaafu rais hawezi kusema kwa sababu yeye amekwisha staafu. Niwaulize wa Kenya, Moi alistaafu kama rais ama alistaafu kama Mkenya? Na mtu akistaafu kama rais amestaafu kama Mkenya? Yeye ni Mkenya kama sisi, na hako na haki ya kusema na hako na haki ya kutoa maoni. Na wale wanao tangatanga wakisema Moi asiseme, tunawaambia Moi atasema, wapende wafanye nini? Jambo la mwisho, na hasa bonde la Ufa kwa ujumla. Tunajua jambo la Kiswahili ambao Waswahili wanatuambia yaliyopita si ndwele. Tugange yapi? Tugange yaliyomo na yajayo. Si inasemwa hivyo? Tunashangaa katika sheria hii, tunaambiwa ya kwamba sisi watu wa Uasin Gishu sasa tutafanyiwa kesi kwamba wewe mlipigana na fulani, wewe ukapigana na fulani, wewe ukapigana na fulani. Hiyo maneno tunataka hapa Uasin Gishu ama tunataka kuishi pamoja? Tunataka kuishi pamoja ama tunataka kufanyiana kesi? Wale wanataka tuishi pamoja tuweke mkono juu tuone. Sawa sawa? Kwa sababu tunataka kuishi pamoja kama ndugu na dada, bila ya kujali wewe ni wa urefu gani, wewe ni wa umri gani, wewe ni wa kabila gani, wewe ni wa kutoka dini gani. Sisi kama watu wa Uasin Gishu tunataka kukaa kama ndugu na dada wa Kenya. Na hatutaki sheria ambayo itakuja kutugawanya eti tuende kotini tuanze kufanyiana makesi. Tunaelewana? Na kwa hivyo mimi nawaulizeni watu wa Uasin Gishu district na wa Kenya wenzetu, tarehe 21 tuseme no. Tarehe 21 tuseme nini? No. Na tutapiga kura kwa nini?
I've stopped the video at 12 minutes and 47 seconds. So you followed the speech of Mr. William Ruto?
Yes.
Now let me take you to lines 167, and you will confirm that this is what Mr. Ruto was saying. This is at ERN 0560 from lines 167. Mr. Ruto is saying we should focus on what is there now and on the future. We are shocked that in their constitution we are being accused that us people from this constitution we are being accused that us people from Uasin Gishu we have been fighting other people. Is that what we want here in Uasin Gishu? Or do we want to coexist peacefully with others? Do we want to coexist with others, or do we want cases? That's correct. You heard him say that, didn't you?
Ahead.
On the next page, lines 173, Mr. Ruto says, to coexist with others. Line 176, he goes on to say, those ones who would like us to live with others, let's raise up our hands. And 178, the crowds are raising up their hands. Then I move down to line 186, where Mr. Ruto is saying, that is okay. This is because we would like to live together as brothers and sisters without discriminating whether you are tall, what your age is, what your tribe is, or what your religion is. As Uasin Gishu people, we would like to live harmoniously as brothers and sisters from Kenya. And we do not want laws that will come to divide us so that we go to the courts to accuse each other. Have we understood each other? And that is why I'm requesting people from Uasin Gishu and my fellow Kenyans, what are we going to say on 21st? And the crowd says, no. Will you confirm, sir? That was what Mr. Ruto was saying on the video.
Yes, I've said, I've heard him say this.
I will now move on to play minutes 13 at 13 minutes and 21 seconds.
Tuseme no to Kilifi. Tunasema nini? No to Kilifi. Inueni mikono wale ambao wamesema no to Kilifi.
Sir, do you recognize the location now? Or still no? Yes or no?
It's in a stadium, and most stadiums in Kenya do have the same tent.
Haya, Kenya hii ni ya makabila nyingi, na haswa nyinyi mkiwa wawekaaji wa hapa Eldoret North. Muko hapa mchanganyiko makabila mingi. Mutakubali kuletewa katiba?
Jonas, for the record, I apologize, I should have done that before. I'm looking at page 0563 and from lines 231 onwards.
Ambaye itakuja kuwagawanyisha na kuwapiganisha. Inueni mikono wale ambao wanasema wanataka kuishi kwa amani. Hawa ni wale ambao wanasema hawatu Kilifi draft. Haya. Masaa hatuna mingi na nimewaambia tuko wengi. Let us go back to the table. Sisi tuliongea, tuliwaomba, tukawaambia ni nini mnataka Wakenya wapigane, njoo tuketi, njoo tuongee. Sasa pahali ambapo tumefika, uamuzi sasa sio wa Uhuru. Uamuzi sasa sio wa Raila au wa Kalonzo au wa Kibaki. Uamuzi sasa ni wa mwananchi. Kwanza mwananchi aongee na sauti yake, alafu basi baadaye hiyo tunaweza kuketi kuongea. Lakini mwananchi kwanza aongee. Na sisi tuna haki ya kwamba mwananchi atasema la kwa katiba hii. Basi tuko na wenzangu Ndolesho.
We've stopped at 1445. And Mr. Witness, could you look at lines 241 of the transcript? And Mr. Kenyatta, I can just finish this, Your Honor. And Mr. Kenyatta says, this Kenya belongs to many tribes, and especially you, as residents of Eldoret North. You are a mixture of different tribes, many tribes. Will you agree to be given a constitution that is going to divide you and make you fight each other? And the crowd says, no. Am I correct, sir? You heard Mr. Kenyatta saying that?
Yes.
No, we can leave it at that.
we will leave it there for now and return on Monday at 9:30. Witness, we will take we will rise for the weekend. You will rejoin us on Monday. Do not discuss your testimony while you're outside of the courtroom. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Closed session, please.